man, this woman came in today, and it was her first time coming. At least I think it was her first time. She might have come one time before, but or she just might look similar. I think she just looks similar to somebody that came before. But she came in, which is awesome. And she stayed for maybe 20 minutes, and then she left. As she was walking out the door, my brain was like, no, come back. And I thought about it afterwards. And even while I was preaching, I was like, you know what, man? God can bring her back. God can bring her back another day if He wants to bring her back. I mean, obviously there's freedom of choice, but God is the best person to convict her to come back. I just got to rely on Him to bring her back. I mean, there was one other person who came before, and the first time he came and he only sat for a little bit and then left. And then I was like, oh man, lost opportunity. That person might never come back again. But praise God, he was able to. He came back another day, and I was able to talk to him for a little bit. This woman came for the first time. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to speak to her. Wasn't able to get her information. But God can convict her to come back. You know, the chapter today, Luke chapter 9, talks about what happens when people don't accept the message or they reject the message. I don't know what the case is with this woman. Maybe she came and she knew she had to go at a certain time, or I don't know. But if she was there and she didn't want the message and she decided to leave because of that, the Bible says to dust off your shoes, dust off your feet, move on. I pray that God takes care of her. If it's a case where, like James and John, they were like, oh, if somebody rejects us, in the case of this chapter, let's bring fire to come down and consume them, destroy them. That guy was crazy. Sometimes we might, when people reject the message, we take it personally and we were like, oh, well, God will take care of them. God will, they'll see. Judgment Day, they'll be destroyed. We shouldn't wish that upon anybody. Jesus said to James and John, He said, I didn't come to destroy lives, I came to save them. So, like, when people reject the message or people don't want the message, it's a sad thing. Some people come to church and they don't necessarily leave. They just keep coming to church, but they're still rejecting the message of salvation, the message of God and His love. We shouldn't wish for their destruction. We should wish for their salvation. So with this woman, I'm praying. Actually, you pray as well. Pray that this woman will be convicted to come back. You know, I don't know what her situation is. Um, it's very possible she could be not even a Christian at all, uh, based on the clothing that she was wearing. It could be that she's from another religion altogether. Of course, she could be a Christian. I don't know. Uh, but I know that sometimes if you're when you're not a Christian, sometimes there could be family issues there. I know that dealing with people uh, who weren't Christians, dealing with people before who were not Christians, sometimes it's very difficult with family. They can oppose you and things like that. And sometimes you deal with people who are uh, they want God. They want to learn about Jesus, And for them, Jesus is a completely new thing. And this series titled Every Day with Jesus. I don't know, maybe she saw that flyer, or maybe she saw the banner, she saw Every Day with Jesus, and she wanted to get to know who Jesus was. I'm just praying. I don't know what her situation is. I'm praying that Jesus will be able to reach her, to draw her back here. And if he can't draw her back here, that somehow he'll be able to reach her another way.